Okay, so my name's Tom. I'm a supervising social worker at Park, and I run our Men Who Foster group. That's been running for just over sort of 3 years. We meet every month on an evening. At the moment, it's going on a virtual basis using Zoom. That runs like for, from 8 till sort of 9. We do it on an evening to make it accessible for foster carers that might sort of work during the day, and not everybody, but a lot of our male carers would tend to work, and would perhaps be like the sort of second carer in the household. However, some of our male carers would like access our group, our groups that run in sort of daytime hours. The feeling, the kind of ethos for that is, the thinking is that as a male foster carer, the experience might be sort of slightly different, and there might be a different range of sort of key issues, and so there is a need for a sort of separate space, in our kind of support structure to like accommodate that and give that sort of space for men who foster to talk about those sort of issues really, and to kind of have that role kind of acknowledged and understood some more. So yeah.
I see my role as again as a father figure, if you like, because being the male of the house. So yeah, I think it's quite positive that way, and I'm relaxed, always have a bit of fun, make it humorous. I think that gets through to the children more so than trying giving them a lecture or things like that.
I suppose particularly with the girls, it's given them like a probably very different experience of a male figure. Mm-hmm. The sort of is very sort of warm and gentle and nurturing, and I think they probably, as well as sort of boys that you looked after as well, they probably gained a lot from that. And I suppose particularly, coming from an experience where the dad's probably been quite oppressive or quite sort of, frightening sort of figure. That's, I don't know whether that can.
Yeah, I think I'm approachable, so I think they'll approach me, rather than me trying to get close to those. If that, the girls or the boys, I'll let them come to me. I think the support I get as a male member of the fostering family is brilliant from my wife, particularly anyway, who's a primary foster carer. But I think together we work things out between us. We talk a lot about it between us, and we usually come up with remedies or plan of action, or in certain circumstances and that. But I think positively, I'm happy. So I think obviously the children we have should be happy as well. If they're not, we can we can work on that.
I think we've got to sort of acknowledge that children that we are working with have come from a diverse range of experiences. So I don't want to kind of focus on stereotypes, but in my experience as a social worker, from a fostering perspective and also like child protection perspective, a lot of the kids that we work with have come from situations where male figures can be sort of quite transitory, sometimes quite sort of frightening figures. It's not to say that they don't find that with females in their lives too, but that is probably, it's definitely the case. And I think that one thing that we want the experience of being in a foster home to do is to if you look at it really broadly, is challenge the belief systems that children have about themselves and about the world out there, you know, that's kind of helping them develop relationships in the future and moving forward that are positive and sort of functional for them. And I think that, you know, having a positive male role model serves to do that, and it kind of helps, you know, will help children understand that the you know, the male figure is somebody that's positive, that's somebody that's nurturing, that's somebody that can be relied upon and trusted and be seen of as safe, you know, as a safe person. And I think also what happens in, you know, environments where that's sort of working is it helps children to develop a broader sort of understanding of what roles are in the world and what kind of, you know, gender roles there are in the world. So, you know, just putting it in a sort of simplistic way, seeing the, you know, the male figure as somebody that does nurturing activity or does like household tasks, cooks, cleans, you know, those things that kind of, yeah, we sort of socially associate with women. It's kind of turning that around. And for some kids that could be quite sort of alien, but it helps them to sort of understand that these kind of roles, they're not sort of preordained to one or the other, you know, and that they can aspire to different things. And I think that's a big thing that fostering can, you know, help to achieve, and does.